Shout out to all my Vons and my Vonettes, and I hope everyone's day is going A-okay. Because me, myself, personally, my day is going.
Let's get it, man. Oh, Cheeto. Let's get it, man. Shit's Black Gang, man. Show, what's up, bro? Cheeto. Super Gang. How you know? For the guys, man. How you know? Let's get it.
Ain't no more warm with these Masons. There ain't no competition. I kick Butta and Trenches off the tube, and they ended up kissing. Just like AK when that 40 clocked him while he was what? Roy Von Gang, and we the MNF in opposition. You guys, we have some more strange news going on in the FBG duck case. And I don't want to say I told you. You guys, I have to say I told you because I know y'all seeing this stuff. I told you every single day is going to be some more shenanigans in this alleged FBG in the old Block 6 case. Now, before we get to that, you see what I'm saying? I want to know if everybody would have checked out my last couple of videos I put on Operation Drill. And I want y'all to notice here that last video I just dropped about how C Murder was allegedly C Murder and the few of the boys was hooked to that case and how they picked them out to put that case on them. You guys, that right there is real vital. And the reason why that's real vital, you guys, because allegedly this cop pulled one of the cars over right there before they got in O Block. And the boys that were some of the few that was on the case was actually in the car that was pulled over. And that tells me, you guys, that this is how they got up on that car with C Murder. I was always wondering, like, what even made them lead to this car to go with this car, y'all? They allegedly went and got this car the very next day. That's because that police pulled him over. He had the license plates and everything, so they already knew where the car was. And this is how the beginning of the setup starts. You know why? Because they had that car, you guys, for a whole year before they came and even locked C Murder and them up for it. You see what I'm saying? Now, come on, you guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put our thinking caps on now. And the reason why I said we're going to put our thinking caps on, you guys, is because of this right here. Now, all my Vons and my Vonettes, do you all have your thinking caps on? Because you got your thinking caps on, well, let's start to think. Now, let's say this here, you guys. Check this out. Now, allegedly, they came and took this car when and towed it from C Murder's people place a day after Duck was drilled out, right? So, okay, they took this car a day after Duck was drilled out. So, allegedly, C Murder and Muwapner was picked up a year after Duck was already dead. So, I'm wondering if C Murder and these boys drilled Duck out and they know that the cops had found one of the vehicles already. Because allegedly the cops went and took the car the next day after Doug died. So the cops had the car for a year. See, Murder and them knew they drilled someone out, allegedly in this car and another car, and they know that the feds, the police has took the car and towed the car. So why would C Murder them be all loose and still be on social media and wouldn't be like ducking a taco or hiding somewhere or playing it low key or things like that? Why would they just be going on with their normal life? It's nothing like the cops didn't just find a murder vehicle. You see what I'm saying? Because let's just say we went and did a drill, you guys, and we was in two cars, and the cops took one of the cars, and then we know that they took one of the cars, and we sitting back like, for a whole year straight, and we know that we drilled someone out in that car. I don't think we'll be all on social media, or we probably wouldn't even be in O Block. You see what I'm saying? You'd probably be on the run somewhere because you knowing that the police is finna start coming rounding people up because you have because they already took the murder vehicle. But the only way you would sit around and still be doing videos and YouTube videos, you know, and stuff like that, and you just continue to just live life normal. And that should tell you a lot. Like, they didn't do no body out of that car, and C Murder was just sitting back probably wondering, like, hey, why did they take the car? You got to understand, C Murder already had went to jail for attempt on the police and all that stuff. So they love to just get him and put him on the case and lock him up. But this is why they was walking around, y'all, just so chill, and everybody was just chill. Do you think if they found one of these cars, y'all, and pounded the next day after Duck was drilled, do you think Moowop is gonna be up here running around doing all these videos with Track and all them? And this is why Tracklin was doing all the videos with Moowop and stuff like that, because they didn't want Moowop to see my videos and see the things about Vaughn, about the stuff that happened with Vaughn, because Moowop would start putting pieces of the puzzle together. So you guys, the feds allegedly had this car for a whole year before they came and picked C Murder and all them up. Why would C Murder and them just be just out here like nothing never went on or nothing? See, because this is something you can't hide. This is something you can't hide. If y'all allegedly go drill somebody out and then the police get one of the murder vehicles, everybody who's on that hit gonna be laying low key and stand out the way. And the last place they gonna be is over in O Block. You feel what I'm saying? The last place they're gonna be is over in O Block, you know? Because they know that's definitely where the heat is coming. You feel me? See, you guys' story doesn't make sense, but I bet you this one makes sense over here. And this is the reason why when the police pulled that car over that day, finna pull up in O Block, they was following them boys that day. And they wanted that car just so they can get the names of the people who was in the car, because they know they was finna set this play up on them, you know. This was to get the names of the people that was in that car. You feel what I'm saying? And this is how C Murder and them get hooks in the case. This is how C Murder even get hooked. I'm guarantee you that's the exact car that the police pulled over, was that car that they went and took from C Murder people's house a whole year before they got locked up. In the police just went over there and told the car. They ain't tell C Murder and the people nothing about nobody or nothing. They just went over there and told the car, you guys. And this is why C Murder was just sitting back, because he probably didn't know what they told the folk. Like, man, I don't know, but I can tell you this here. If the C Murder and Moowop and all them boys know they did a body up out of that and the police got that vehicle, they definitely, Moowop is definitely not going to be on no private jets with dirt. He definitely not going to be doing all these music videos. C Murder and the rest of them boys is still not going to be chilling and sitting around in the and things like that. Like nothing is happening. Do you see when Boss Top is giving that interview, in the interview they talking about that Boss Top allegedly snitched and all that stuff? Don't you see things just standing there, just chilling like that? Who you think gonna be standing out there like that? They gonna be spooked every single day. You see what I'm saying? Because they know one day the police just gonna bum rush them out of nowhere. Guys, because I was always wondering, how did they get that car? What did made them even go get the car the next day after it allegedly happened? And you know why I was always wondering that? Because guess what? They ain't gave us no footage of nothing downtown. So allegedly, if you ain't gave us no footage of the shooting and none of that stuff, then how would you know the car? You see what I'm saying? Just from a description, then you don't know the license plates. You feel what I'm saying? Because evidently you don't know nothing, because you ain't gave us no footage from down there. So you definitely can't say that you got the license plates number and the registration and all the stuff off the car from off the camera, because you definitely can't see it on that blurry camera when they allegedly running these lights in downtown. I mean, on Lakeshore Drive. You feel me? You definitely can't read no plates on there either. You feel me? Like I said, that did nothing but explain to me how they got murdering them on the case. And because that car, right? This is what y'all allegedly say that they went and grabbed Murder for, was the car, right? For some strange reason, the police pulled them over right after after they allegedly supposed to shot Duck. But nobody jumped out and ran, or nobody did none of that. No one was in the car looking nervous. No one was sweating. No one was doing nothing. You tell me this well-trained police officer just walked to the car and they allegedly supposed to just drill Duck out. Nobody's adrenaline rushing, no nothing. Nobody jumped out the car and ran. They just, whoever in the car is just this calm and cool that the officer walked up, said something to him or whatever. After he pulled him over, was allegedly supposed to give him a ticket and say he ain't even write the ticket or none of this, because they was already right there by going in the O. You see what I'm saying? By the O, basically pulling in. Strange, isn't it? The reason why I say that's strange, because that's a chance that no one's gonna take. If the cop is pulling y'all over and there's several of y'all in the car. Y'all allegedly just did this high-profile hit down in the Gold Coast. Boy, don't you know them boys would have jumped up out of that car scrambling like eggs right there. They right there in the O. They right there by the O. They would have jumped out on that police and all that. It's no way that any of those boys in Monologue, C Murder, and then one of them boys, you guys, is pulling over for no cop, and they know that they just drilled duck out and they got a car full of weapons. You see what I'm saying? And this is why the police walked up and didn't give him no ticket or nothing like that, because he knew he just wanted the names. He just wanted to get all the names, and these are going to be the ones that's going to be set up on that case with Mr. Moowop. You feel me? The only way C Murder and Monalos or any one of them boys gonna pull over gracefully like that for a cop and pull over if they have no weapons in the car and they ain't just did nothing and they ain't did nothing and they don't even know about whatever happened to Duck yet. You see what I'm saying? This is the only way that they're just gonna pull over like that. Trust me when I tell you. No one is taking that chance. No one is taking that chance because you got to understand the murder case, you're going forever. No one is taking that chance. And I know C Murder ain't taking it either because he really ain't taking it because he just did some time for police shooting and things of that nature like that. You see what I'm saying? So no one's even taking that chance. They know to just drill somebody, police hit, they're like, they gone. You see what I'm saying? They gone. They jumping up out of there or they putting the pedal to the metal on that car. You see what I'm saying? No one is willingly pulling over and taking that chance, not after they just drilled somebody out. The only reason why C Murder and them boys pulled over because it was a regular old traffic stop and they knew for 100% that they had nothing in the car and they did nothing. This is the only reason why they pulled over. But this explains how they even got up on that car to go tow it the very next day. You feel me? Allegedly, this cop pulled a few of the suspects that's on the case. They pulled them over right after the hit, pulling up an O block, right? Okay. Then the very next day, they went and got C Murder's car, right? My point exactly. This is why I said in that bogus federal paperwork that they had C Murder car since the day after Duck's death. The next day, they went and told the car. That's because the police that pulled him over gave him the drop. He got the information for the car and everything. That's how they knew where it was. The registration come back to the car to go over there and start framing Mr. C Murder with this note he's supposed to have left in the car with a little pad in the car with his Instagram and Facebook accounts and login, and then a number that say BM. And the feds say they allegedly take BM to be baby mama. But he's not leaving that trash in the car. He don't need to write his baby mama number on nothing. This is his baby mama. You feel me? And he got a phone right here, y'all, with him. But allegedly he need his Facebook account, his Facebook account, his Instagram account, and his baby mama's information written down on a little pad that he allegedly left in the car with his .357 bullet that was allegedly on the windshield, and the other .357 bullet was allegedly down at the crime scene in the Gold Coast where Mr. Duck was drilled out. Strange. Okay, you guys, let's go and get into the topic that we came here for. And since we got Mr. FBG Young up here, we might as well go and get into the topic. The FBG Butta. Because Mr. FBG Butta, you guys, has some strange things going on. And y'all remember when I told y'all the other day that we're going to need some scientists or something to study these guys' brains, you know, like serial killers and things like this, because these guys are serial rats. And when I say these guys, y'all know who I'm talking about, the kissing cousins, none other than Trenches News and Mr. FBG Butta. Today, you guys, allegedly, Mr. Butta allegedly showed people just how far his snitch arm reaching, just how much snitch power that he has with the federal government. Because allegedly, you guys, it was a YouTuber there at court today while Mr. FBG Butta was ready to get on the stand and testify. And then for some odd reason, they stopped the whole proceedings. Yours truly, Mr. FBG Butta. Now the strange part about them stopping this whole proceeding, it was because Mr. Butta didn't want the YouTuber in there because allegedly Butta said that she's putting his life in danger because she's going to report things, what happened in the courtroom. Well, that's where you're wrong there, Butta. You put your own life in jeopardy, sir, when you accepted that 25 grand from the feds to be an informant. That was your choice. And here's another thing right here, sir. Everything that's being said in the courtroom, sir, is be all over YouTube. There's nothing more that that lady can say that we don't already know about you. You see what I'm saying? It's all over social media. Before that YouTuber even came in the picture, Lil J was calling you a rat, snitch, and everything but the child of God. You see what I'm saying? And now I'm just so confused of Butta up there talking about she's putting his life in jeopardy. Now this YouTuber is no longer welcome to be at the FBG duck trial. And allegedly, for what I hear, they allegedly Mr. Seti Nash was there as well. You see what I'm saying? And what happened with that clown, I don't know, because he's a clown with a wig. And it ain't kind of strange that this clown is riding away from wherever he at, taking a bus down there from wherever he at, or whatever he doing, plane, train, or automobile, to be down at the Durskin building. That's because I told y'all he helped set them people up. Don't y'all see everybody that I've been telling y'all is a part of the play? Don't you see them down at the Durskin building? Mama Doug, Drea O, Mama Doug, little goofy nephew. You got every last one of them down there. Trent is down there, Butta down there. You got Four-Eyed Fool, Mr. Lie Teller, Landlubber. Yeah, y'all, I ain't been to the trial. All my subs has been asking me why am I not going to the trial and all that. This is a real thing and this and that. But all the time, y'all, guess where he at? In a hotel room down in Chicago. If you look at his last video, you'll see him. He's right in the hotel room, right down in Chicago. So you're in Chicago, Mr. Cleveland from Cleveland, aka a snitch. You're in Chicago. Why you sitting up there front like, I ain't want to go? Because you're around the Durskin building. This is why I keep telling y'all, Butta has lost his mind. Butta is mildly retarded, you guys, because everything he say is just contradict who he is. You see what I'm saying? Now he's in there talking about you guys that allegedly his life is in danger by YouTubers being in the courtroom and then going back on social media to report what's going on in the courtroom. This is why the courtroom is open to the public, sir, because they can leave up out of there and report whatever they want to report. You see what I'm saying? As long as they're not screwing with the jurors and none of that stuff like that, like your federal informant connections is going to say, is the jury can get tainted with that. So why is you saying the jury can get tainted for them coming out, putting out information that's going on in a public courtroom, in a trial that's open to the public? So let me give you a little piece of advice, Mr. FBG Butta. No one is persuading the jurors. You know why? You know why we're not even thinking about persuading the jurors? Because this is exactly what you guys did. Not only did y'all persuade the jurors, but you tried to persuade the world about this lie, right? So anything persuading or taint the jury or anything like that, it really means nothing because they told us social media started this case. So one thing I know and two things for certain is the federal YouTubers and the bloggers and all the ones that's down at the Durskin building and things like that, you know, the ones that help set the play up. No, that seems like those are the ones who's persuading people, not even just the jurors, but, you know, people of the free world, you know, people like civilians, real civilians, not the rat civilians, because it is a difference between a real civilian and a rat civilian. These civilians calling themselves civilians on social media, you guys, Those are rat civilians. They just say they're civilians to try to give them a free pass to do what they do best, like ratting and snitching on people. You see what I'm saying? And the other type of civilian is the real civilian. You know, the civilian is just a civilian, and he don't talk about gangster things. He don't get on YouTube talking about gangster things and none of that stuff. If he's a civilian, when he jump on YouTube, he gonna talk about civilian stuff because he's a real civilian. You know, he talk about things like the barbecue grill. You feel what I'm saying? And things of that nature. And he won't be up here talking about how many bodies this guy got and setting up people to go to the federal Durskin building. And you can't say you ain't setting people up to go to the federal Durskin building because guess what? Moo whopping them at in the federal Durskin building, right? Okay, sir. Brother, check this out. No way on God's green earth did that lady, whoever that tuber lady was, whatever her name, I ain't gonna say her name, I know who she was, I ain't giving her no promotion. But check this out though, I'm gonna tell you like this, Mr. FBG Butter. That person didn't put your life in jeopardy. You put your own life in jeopardy. Now, see, you get in there on the stand now, right there by the judge and stuff, and now you're still snitching and tricking on people. That doesn't never stop. But then you want to get in there and act like you're this goodly, godly civilian. As soon as you would have been up there talking about you feel like your life can be harmed by this YouTuber in here. That's when I would have been in there saying, well, now you're acting like you're scared for your life, Mr. Butter. But when I see you all on these interviews like DJU and Cal Capone, and I hear your little diss songs and all this stuff like that, I would think you was some type of tough gangster off the street. So you see what I'm saying? And then the whole real moral of the story is no one put your life in jeopardy. You put your own life in jeopardy. That YouTuber didn't run up to you with a gun and make you be a federal agent. You see what I'm saying? You became a federal agent because that's what you wanted to be for that 25,000. You see what I'm saying? So we can say this here too. One thing we can say is this here, that both the kissing cousins, Mr. Trench's News and Mr. FBG Butter, we can say both of those guys have been working for the feds for a decade or better. Tell you guys, at least one thing we do know and two things for certain is Butter can never get out of that situation, that he's a straight up rat, a ratatouille. We already know that his cousin, his kissing cousin, Trenches is too as well. So with that being said, you guys, there's another shenanigan that went on at the FBG duck trial. You see, and like I say, I hate to say I told you so, but they pull so many shenanigans that I always gotta say, I told you so. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why is that, because they always get caught. I will be back, same bad time, same bad channel. We are the best. Y'all definitely know the rest. Please run down them videos and check them operation drills out so you can be oh so familiar with what's going on in your surroundings. You see what I'm saying? Oh, pay attention. Don't pay for success. And I'm out.